You know what kills men like us? Not failure, not stress, comfort. That slow, quiet drift into the easy life, into soft routines and predictable days. It doesn't feel like death. It feels like peace, but give it time and it starts to rot everything that once made you feel alive. Now, if that hits home, grab my field notes in the description below. It's where I share the things I can't always fit in here. Short, honest notes about finding mission again, getting your edge back and moving forward with purpose. The link's down there. For most of my life, everything was about forward motion. In the Marines, that's how we lived, mission to mission, challenge to challenge. There was always something next to conquer, something to prove. That way of living wired me for progress. Hardship meant growth. Pain meant purpose. And at the moment you started getting comfortable, that's when you started slipping. But when that kind of life ends, when you hang up your uniform or leave the team or just move into a calmer chapter, the silence creeps in. And that's when the past starts calling your name. I remember one night in a pub, a reunion with a few lads from the old unit. They're all good blokes. But after a couple of pints, every story circled back to the same thing, the good old days, the firefights, the madness, the camaraderie. You know the drill. And as they spoke, I realised something. Most of them were more alive in those stories than they were right now. They kept reliving the highlight reel, the adrenaline, the chaos, the laughs, but conveniently forgot the crap we all hated. The cold, the fear, the exhaustion, the politics, the endless waiting around. It hit me that night. We all edit our memories. We sand off edges until the past looks perfect. And when we do that, the future doesn't stand a chance of competing. But what struck me most was how odd I felt in that moment. Because while everyone else was bathing in nostalgia, I was buzzing about what was still to come. I realised when your past feels brighter than your future, you're in trouble. And when your future excites you more than your history, then you're still alive. That's when I started seeing the pattern. Most men aren't broken. They're just stuck pushing a piece of string. You push it and it tends to loop back on itself. But if you pull it, it moves forward easily. That's the difference between being driven by your past or pulled by your future. Now, we've all got three tools in life: the past, the present, and the future. The past isn't the enemy. It's a toolbox full of lessons, stories, and grit. But it's not the driver. It should be the reference manual. The present, now that's your workshop. It's where the hammer hits the nail, where small daily actions start to reshape the path ahead. And the future, that should be your compass heading. The bright landmark that keeps you from walking in circles. When we overvalue the past, we stop creating new stories. When we become creators of our own museum instead of artifacts of what's next, the antidote isn't to erase the past, it's to learn what deserves to come with you, and you decide. Not the ego, not the pain, just the lessons and the pride that fuels the next mission. So how do you build a future that pulls you forward? You start with curiosity. What still excites you? What scares you in a good way? What would make you feel alive again if you actually went after it? That's your direction. That's your compass bearing. And then you start taking small steps in that direction every day. No drama, no new year, new me bullshit, just motion. Because purpose isn't found, it's rebuilt through action. The moment you stop pushing the past, start pulling towards something new, that's when momentum returns. That's when comfort loses its grip. Look, comfort's not evil. It's just not supposed to be a permanent address. If you sat there wondering why you feel restless, why everything feels flat, even though nothing's wrong, it's because your past is driving you. Your future's sitting in the back seat. You've got to flip it around. Start building something that excites you again, even if it's small. Once your future starts pulling, everything changes. Like I said, if this resonates, make sure you grab my field notes down below. That's where I go deeper into this kind of stuff each week. Short, real, no fluff. Just things to help men like us stay sharp and on mission. Because comfort kills men like us. And I don't plan on dying that way. Oh, and remember, don't be a